is -6, the sum is -1. We need a positive and a negative.
Would it be 2 and -3?
Indeed, 2 and -3. We check. 2 times -3? Yes. 2 minus 3? Yes. Okay. Jump over all this. The next step is different. We have not seen this step before. In this step, we will replace -y with these, with 2y minus 3y, or 3y minus 2y, doesn't matter. We're not changing the problem. We are just replacing a term with two terms. And do not ever go backwards. So now 6y plus 2y minus 3y minus 1. Do not go back and combine like terms. We worked very hard to get here. Now, notice that it's the same thing. -y is the same with 2y minus 3y. At this point, we will use factoring by grouping. It's a method. And let me share my screen for a second. I want to show you that this is, I no longer have that document open. That's okay. We have 4 terms. Look here. Factoring by grouping. So let's see how this works. Please do not look at the last 2 terms. Let's look at the first 2. Assuming that we only have this binomial, what will you factor out from 6y squared and 2y? What is the greatest common factor here of these 2 terms? What is common to both? What is common to 6y squared and 2y? First, we analyze the numbers. What is common in the numbers? What number is a common factor to 6 and 2? Anyone, please? 2, indeed. Now, what is common to y squared and y? What is common to y squared and y? Anybody? Do we know what is common to y squared and y? What is the common factor? Yes, indeed, y. What is left in parentheses? Remember, we started with 2 terms. I need 2 terms in parentheses, such that 2y times the first term is this, and 2y times the second term is this. Good? Can anyone tell us what to write in parentheses? Yes, indeed, 3y plus 1. How come? Here it is. 2y times 3y is 6y squared. 2y times 1 is 2y. Still do not uncover the last 2 terms. At this point, it is a must to copy this factor in parentheses and get ready to determine a sign right here and a factor. Sign and factor. If I do not get the same factor from the last two terms, I cannot continue applying factoring by grouping. So let's see. I need a sign and a factor right here. Do not consider this a product. If you consider the product, it's a totally, it's a complete failure, the whole thing. I need a sign and a factor. Can anyone give us a sign and a factor such that whatever you give me times 3y is negative 3y? The same thing times 1 is negative 1. What would that be? A sign and a factor such that this times 3y is this, and the same thing times 1 is negative 1. Yes, negative 1 or just negative. Good. Stay with me. Almost done. So therefore, now we have two terms. These two terms have a common factor. Can anyone spot that common factor so I can pull it out? Pull it out. So this and this have a common factor. Can anyone tell us what it is so we can pull it out? By inspection, can anyone tell us what is common to these two? To this and to this? And I will pull it out. Don't be shy, don't be afraid to be wrong, it's okay. Can we spot the common factor in these two terms? Anyone, please? Can anyone find the common factor? Do you see it? Anyone sees the common factor to these two, to this piece and to this piece? Can anyone read it?
3y plus 1.
That's it. That's all I needed. 3y plus 1. So now this is gone from here. And this is gone from here. So now please tell me what is left.
2y minus 1.
That's it. Thank you very much. Is it true? I don't know. We'll try. 3y times 2y, 6y squared. Negative 3y minus 2y, negative y. Positive 1 times negative 1, negative 1. Yes. This is the top level of difficulty. There is nothing more difficult than this. This is it. It is difficult because it was the first example. You have never seen this before. It has many steps, but let's practice. So here's another one. So let's say 4x squared minus 4x minus 15. And then we'll look at the other two. Okay, I go through the steps. Please do not miss any. Descending order, yes. Greatest common factor, no. 4, 4, and negative 15 have no common factors. Negative leading coefficient, no. The leading coefficient is 4. What is it? It's a trinomial. Special product, no. This is a perfect square, but this isn't, and it's also negative. Level 5. 1 is the leading coefficient? No, unfortunately not. Level 6. A is 4. Yes, so I'm going to have to try. If this does not work, then I can write prime. Good. So I need to find two numbers whose product is and whose sum is. Can anyone help in determining the product and the sum? That's the first step. The product is, the sum is. Anyone, the product and the sum? Without the product and the sum, we cannot start anything. We cannot start this algorithm. Can anyone tell us the sum, product? Please. Anybody? Product, sum?
Is it 15 and 4?
Say it again.
15 and 4?
So first of all, you have to take the sign with the numbers. So the sum cannot be 4. The sum must be -4. Okay, this is the sum. So this is -4. And now remember what we said about the trinomials that do not have 1 as the leading coefficient. The product suffers a change, and the product has to incorporate the leading term. Well, it did it before as well. It did it before as well. But because it was 1 times 42 is still 42. So we have to multiply 4 by -15. That will be the product. So what is the product then? Please, anybody?
-60?
Very good, indeed. The product is negative, so that tells us that we have to have a negative and a positive, and the negative has to be stronger because the sum is -4. So now we have to find two numbers whose product is -60 and whose sum is -4. Can anyone help in finding those numbers? A positive and a negative. Product -60, sum -4. Can anyone find two numbers for us? One negative and one positive. Whose product is -60 and whose sum is -4. -10, very good, and 60, and 6, very good. 6 times -10, yes. 6 minus 10, yes. Good. Can anyone tell us what we have to write next in the next step? Please dictate. What do we need to write in the next step? Anyone, please? We copy.
Can we work it together?
Yes, we copy 4x squared, and now we have to use these to rewrite -4x. So we will replace -4x with these two. What do I mean by that? So what should I write? Exactly what you see here, but with x. So we don't change the problem. So the negative 6 with x and the negative 10 with x give us negative 4x. 6x, 6 apples minus 10 apples is still negative 4. At this point, we factor by grouping. Can anyone give us the factor, the common factor that we pull out from the first two terms? The common factor from the first two terms. What is it? The common factor from the first two terms. What is the common factor of 6, 4, and 6, and then x squared and x? What do we pull out? Anyone, please? Is this a difficult question, or we don't understand the question, or can anyone explain why do we need so long to say something here? It's not clear. Tell me so I know what to do. So how do I help you?
Our factor is 2.
Exactly. And for x squared and x? Very good. That's it. That's all I was hoping for. Good. But now we have two terms. We have to have two terms in here. 2x times this has to give us 4x squared, and 2x times the second term has to give us 6x. Perfect. Good. So what do we have in parentheses?
2x plus 3.
Excellent. 2x plus 3. If I do not get 2x plus 3 from the other two terms, I'm in trouble. I cannot continue. Only now I uncover this. Remember, we need a sign. You cannot change it into a product. We need a sign and a factor. Sign and factor. What times this is this, and the same thing times 3 is this. Anyone, please?
Negative 5.
Negative 5 times 2x, correct. Negative 5 times positive 3, correct. Good. Excellent. Now we have two terms. We have this term and this term. Can anyone spot the common factor that we have to pull out from these two? By simply looking at these two terms, you will say the common factor is
2x plus 3.
So this is out. This is out. What is left in parentheses?
2x minus 5.
Very good. Awesome. I'm checking now. 2x squared times 2x. 2x times 2x, yes. Negative 10x plus 6x, yes. Positive 3 times negative 5, yes. And this is the factor form. Yes, it's a long procedure, but let's also do the last one here. It's a long procedure, but it's not, once you understand it, it becomes quite easy. Good. Here's another. Go through the strategy for trinomials. What is it? Descending order? Yes. Greatest common factor? No. Negative leading coefficient? No. Special product? No. because this is not a perfect square. This is not a perfect square. 1 is a leading coefficient. I wish. This is my last chance. The leading coefficient is 5. Good. So therefore, I need to find two numbers whose product is and whose sum is. Can anyone identify the sum and the product?